Hello, my name is Dr. Steele, and welcome to Steele Mathematics, where lessons in Algebra 1, Geometry, Algebra 2, Pre-Calculus, and Calculus are taught. And today, we're going to talk about a famous theorem, the Pythagorean Theorem. Now, of course, if you have heard of the Pythagorean Theorem, you're thinking of a squared plus b squared equals c squared. But I want to go further into telling you what that actually means. It means that the sum of the squares of the lengths of the legs of a right triangle equals to the square of the length of the hypotenuse. That's what the Pythagorean theorem means. So what I want to do is I want to show you examples of how the Pythagorean theorem is used. Let's say you are to find the exact value of x. Okay, number one, the first thing you want to do is you want to label your sides as A, B, and C. And C will always be your hypotenuse. Your legs are A and B. It doesn't matter which one you label as A. It doesn't matter which one you label as B. So now we can apply the Pythagorean theorem. X squared plus 5 squared equal 13 squared. So as you can see, the Pythagorean theorem was set up to give you this equation. So now what we're going to do is we're going to solve this equation. We have x squared equal 25 equal 169. Subtract 25 from both sides. You have x squared equal 144, and then you take the square root of both sides, and you have x equal 12. So the solution is 12. Number two, we have this right triangle. So what we want to do is we're going to label the sides A, B, and C. And remember, C will always be your hypotenuse. The other two sides, the legs, it doesn't matter which one you label as A or B. So let's say this is A, and this is B. So what we're going to do now is we're going to use the Pythagorean theorem to set up the equation. We have x squared plus 8 squared equal 10 squared. 8 squared is 64. 10 squared is 100. Subtract 64 from both sides, and you will have x squared equal 36. Take the square root of both sides, and you will have x equal 6. Therefore, the solution is 6. On number 3, we're going to label our sides. C is the hypotenuse. The other two sides, A and B. Next, we use the Pythagorean Theorem to set up the equation. So we have 7 squared plus 7 squared equal x squared. 7 squared is 49. 7 squared is 49 equal x squared. Next, we do 49 plus 49, and that gives you 98 equal x squared. Take the square root of both sides, and you'll have 7 times the square root of 2 equal x. Therefore, the solution is 7 times the square root of 2. So as you can see, it comes down to knowing which sides are A, B, and C. And your hypotenuse will always be C. Once you do that, you just use the Pythagorean Theorem to set it up. But now let me show you one more example. Let's say a 41-foot ladder is leaning against the wall. If the top of the ladder is 40 feet from the floor, how far is the base of the ladder from the wall? Okay, now, this is one of these word problems in geometry. And when you're dealing with a word problem, you want to draw it. So here's the floor. Here's the wall. And here's the ladder leaning up against the wall. And of course, the wall and the floor makes a right angle. So now it says a 41-foot ladder. So this is 41 feet. The top of the ladder is 40 feet from the floor. So this is 40 feet. And you're looking for how far the base of the ladder is from the wall. So let's call this X. So as you can see, they form a right triangle. Therefore, the Pythagorean theorem is used. The 41 feet, that's your hypotenuse. The rest, you can label as A and B, and it doesn't matter which one you label as A or B. So now, we're going to use the Pythagorean theorem to set up the equation. So we have x squared plus 40 squared equal 41 squared. $40 squared is 1,600. 41 squared is 1,681. Subtract 1,600 from both sides, and you will have x squared equal 81. Take the square root of both sides, and you will have x equal 9. Therefore, the solution is 9 feet. So the Pythagorean theorem is pretty straightforward. All it takes for you to do is figure out which side is C. C will always be the hypotenuse. And which sides are A and B. Once you do that, you could set up the equation by using the Pythagorean theorem and solve the equation to get that missing side. I hope that you have a wonderful and blessed day.